It is Tuesday, September 2nd, 2025. This is another edition of Baseball Today presented to you by Mountain Dew. Looking for a refreshing citrusy kick this summer? Go grab yourself a Mountain Dew. After a long weekend, that is still my man, Trevor Plouffe. I am Chris Rose, producer Dan, intern Sawyer along for the ride as well. We have arrived safely at the month of September. Hope everybody enjoyed their Labor Day weekend. Did you end up cooking that meat on the Barbie?
I did. I made a bunch of stuff. I made lobster rolls, which is really, really good. Olivia's sister came up yesterday. Lobster rolls, baked potatoes. It's like corny elote off the cob. It was legit. I think elote means corn, so I just said corn.
Oh,
But you know, street corn.
street corn.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
And how about you?
I worked yesterday. Yeah, that's what I do. Had a little NFL show.
It's that time.
It is. That these crossover months, August, September, October, I love them.
Well, you had to
Never
work
gonna
yesterday?
complain of it. Yeah, I did.
Okay.
I did. We had the day off from this show, but boy, we got a lot to talk about today. So why don't we get to it? First tip of the cap. I always love it when fans do this. I saw a Tigers fan with the number 28 on their back, and so instead of getting a new jersey every time, he just ends up putting tape over it. So it looks like it was originally Curtis Granderson. Then he went Fielder, J.D. Martinez, and Javi Baez. So at least, hey, he's got like 4 decent players on the jersey.
I was going to say, that's not like the Cleveland quarterback jersey.
No.
Like, these are some legit players right here. Grandy, then, oh, man. I was looking for a picture. This happened in my debut. Someone had a Joe Creedy Twins jersey, which he was number 24. And they did that duct tape with Plouffe, and like my dad and my uncle were there to see it. They were so excited, man. Like, so excited to see like my name on a jersey. So this one hit close to home.
Were they pissed that they had put your name in just a tape job and didn't go
You couldn't get a jersey. Like, this was like the first one. Like, there's
this
no
was
like, Plouffe jerseys for sale on my debut.
They should have bought it. That's what they should have done. Should have offered to buy it.
And there was no like big deal about my debut. Let's put it that way.
We wouldn't have talked about it. We wouldn't have. No, it wouldn't have made Baseball Today.
No.
But you've made it big time. And we love that. Top 2 teams in the National League went at it. The series that started last night. Phils erased an early deficit. They got it done in Milwaukee.
Joey Ortiz, the batter. He bounces it to third. Sosa has it. Throws across the diamond in time. And you want to talk about a gut check victory for the Philadelphia Phillies. They get it here today over the Milwaukee Brewers as they come from behind and win it 10-8.
So that's Tom McCarthy talking about gut check because they had played Sunday Night Baseball at home. They landed early in the morning in Milwaukee. That's always a tough turn for teams that play that Sunday Night Baseball. They were down, I think it was like 4-0 before they knew it, and they ended up coming back against one of the best teams in baseball. Look at the standings, though, Plouffe. Brewers still have a 4.5-game lead over the Phillies. They're going to hang on, right?
It's yet to be seen. I don't think it matters necessarily as long as the Brewers and Phillies get the top 2 seeds and get the bye. Like, I don't think it matters who gets 1, who gets 2. Gut feeling, yes, they hang on.
Yeah, I think that there is a little bit of worry just from Milwaukee's standpoint with the bullpen, right? McGill is still on the shelf. We don't know exactly when he's going to come off. He is positive that he'll be ready to go after a 15-day stint or whatever it is. They did lose Shelby Miller last night, heard a pop in his arm. That is never good for a guy who's obviously gone through some injury history. Milwaukee, it's been a tough run for them. Didn't they have 19 games in 18 days or something? I think they went 9-10 during that stretch, but still have a very comfortable lead in the division. I would be shocked if they fell out of, Byesville, meaning one of those top 2 spots.
Agreed.
Yeah. I think that maybe the more interesting part of the game is what happened. It was an 8-8 game going into the top of the 9th, and the Phillies got some base runners with maybe a little bit of help from the umpires working first and third. There was a check swing call on Bryce Harper that went Harper's way. He eventually got on, I believe. And then JT Realmuto on a 3-2 pitch. Jim Wolf, the first base ump, said that is not a swing. That led eventually to a Pat Murphy ejection. We had a couple runs score. Phillies end up winning 10-8. Do you think that the check swing should be reviewable?
I do. I also think it's just maybe automatic. Like we have, if we can get a good system to implement, I think it's difficult because there is no clear rule necessarily. Like it's a umpire's discretion, and the way it's worded in the rule book doesn't really define anything. For me, it's like if I brought my bat out to show you. For me, it's if the barrel goes in front of the hands, that's basically it. If the barrel goes in front of the hands, you swung. So I'm going to try to do it right now for my YouTube people. Podcast guys, just hang on for a sec. So I'm going to take the mic away.
I like this. Okay. So here he goes. Is that a swing or not right there?
That's not a swing. Here's a swing.
Okay. There you go. Oh, there it is.
That's it. Just if the top of the barrel goes past the hands, that's it. It's very difficult. Like think about, Chris, standing 110 feet away and trying to decide a bat that's being swung, upwards 75 miles an hour, 70 to 75 miles an hour, and it happens in a split second, and trying to decipher if that's a swing or not. It's crazy. So there is technology that we can have. They're trying it out at AAA right now. They call it a 45-degree angle. Basically, if it passes the plate, which is kind of the same thing that I'm talking about, I think it should be not reviewable, but an automatic call.
Okay, so what did you have last night on Real Mutos? That was a swing?
It's a swing, yeah. It's close. And look, man, like the way it's called now, it could go either way. Very difficult, but like if you slow it down, that's a swing.
So Jimmy got it wrong.
Yeah, I mean, this one, Murphy was all over Jim. I love Jim. And then Alan Porter. These are like two of my favorite umpires.
I know, Alan.
Alan
was the one who's trying to be like, yo, everybody calm down. He got into it. But yeah, it stinks when, you have two calls that you feel like went against you. As I mentioned, one on Harper earlier in that inning, and then the JT Real Muto one on a 3-2 pitch, which really would have changed the complexion of this. So I do understand it. I get it. I understand why Murph was mad. I understand why Brewers fans are mad. By the way, how do you think it is going to finish? Let's say that the teams that are currently holding their division leads end up winning their respective divisions. Who's the 1, 2, and 3?
Say that again.
Brewers, Phillies, Dodgers. If they all hang on and win their divisions. Because it's not like the Phillies. Let me see here. The Phillies are 80 and 58. The Dodgers are 78 and 59. So you're talking about a game and a half lead on the Dodgers for second. So how does it finish? Brewers, Phillies, Dodgers. Who's working during the wild card? Do you still not understand?
I think the Dodgers are going to be in the wild card.
You do, huh?
I do. I think Milwaukee is going to be one of the top two teams. I think the Phillies are kind of like peaking at the right moment. 19 and 11 in the last 30. Like I don't know. Like there's just something about this Phillies team that makes me think they are going to get the bye. And I'll tell you what, a 3-game set for the Dodgers is big trouble.
Yeah, it's not where they want to be, no question. Phillies and Dodgers still have one more series to go. Of note is the fact that the Brewers just have to win one more game against the Phillies to take the season series. Oddly enough, kind of a little bit of a scheduling quirk. They played on Labor Day. They have today off, and then I think they go back to work Wednesday, Thursday to finish up that series. By the way, can I get something on the table? Why don't all 30 teams play on Labor Day? What are we doing?
Why don't none of the 30 teams play on Labor Day? Isn't that the whole point?
It's a freaking holiday.
Isn't that the point?
Well, it means that come on.
I mean, everybody else is off.
No, it's not true.
That's true. Not everybody, but a lot of people are off.
We always have sporting events on holidays. Why don't we have a full schedule?
Look, I don't know, man. You're asking the wrong guy. Why don't all 30 teams play on Labor Day? I don't know.
Well, I'm asking your opinion. Shouldn't they?
No. Okay. That doesn't bother me. Sometimes I like on a holiday, to have like just a few matchups. Like, make them more important.
So like the NBA on Christmas?
Not like the NBA. Nothing like the NBA. No offense to the NBA, but I guess a little offense to the NBA.
Let's move on to the San Diego Padres, who have dropped 6 of 8. and their players are dropping all over the place. Monday, it was their all-star reliever, Jason Adam. This was not easy to see. He ruptured his quad in the loss against Baltimore, collapsed on the mound, had to get carted off. Seen in crutches in the locker room afterward. They're saying 6 to 9 months. That is just brutal. So you pair this with the fact that Tatis was scratched before the game because of a hamstring injury. Then last week, we found out that Xander Bogaerts is basically done for the regular season. He's got an issue with his foot, and who knows if he'll get back in time for the playoffs. Does it feel like it's over in San Diego?
It doesn't feel like it's over. Tatis has to be right. And he says it's just a little tightness, and, like if they need Tatis. Now, Jason Adam, obviously a huge part of that bullpen, but, what did Preller do at the deadline? Went and bolstered the bullpen. Mm-hmm. There's a bunch of really cool quotes from Mason Miller just about how much he learned from Jason Adam. So it's a big blow to them, but they have a bullpen depth. Bogart's going down is very tough. I thought, and maybe they'll go out. Are they still able to get people off waivers now, or is that over to September?
Not to play in the playoffs. So once we hit September, if you're not on the roster by then, you are ineligible.
You see Ha-Seong Kim go to the Braves. Could he have went back to the Padres? He's been, not great, but kind of would have made sense. Like that would have been interesting to see. If Tatis is like out, which I don't think he is, that's a different story. I think the Padres have enough depth, although some of the lineup they were running out is not great. Jackson Merrill did make his return yesterday as a pinch runner. So that's, having him back means they can shift Laureano over, which is good for when Tatis is out. I don't think it's over for them, but, Tatis needs to be right.
Yeah, it's not over, but their stars have to play like stars. So
yes.
Tatis, it's not good enough for him to just be in the lineup. He's got to start playing better. I know
I think he's had a sneaky, really good season. People are just like not giving him credit because he hasn't hit enough homers.
Yes.
Go look at this Savant page, man. It is lights out.
I know the rest of it, but you do need some pop, and we talk about that. When he gets to the playoffs, he's had some monster moments, and that's what I'm talking about, that he has to deliver. Manny Machado has hit 1 homer since the end of July. 1. Remember we talked about that? We were like, man, he hasn't been doing it. And then I remember you said, hey, he's the sort of guy that can go nuts and can hit 10 in 25 games. And I was like, yeah, you're right. And we just haven't seen it.
No, I thought the entire team would just kind of get on fire and, homers are contagious, all these things. Just really hasn't happened for them.
Yeah. Laureano has saved their ass.
Yes, he has.
I don't know if Iglesias is an everyday shortstop at this point of his career. I know he was phenomenal for the Mets offensively and defensively at a position other than shortstop last season, but he hasn't rekindled that magic. We'll see. And by the way, are there 2 pitchers that have cost? I'd love to know if there are 2 pitchers that have cost themselves more money heading into this offseason than Dylan Cease and Zach Gallen. I don't think so.
Yeah. Jason Adam just cost himself a lot of money, not by his accord, but he's, a free agent after next year. That's a big injury. Like, I feel really, really bad for that guy because, again, I don't know him personally, but all the quotes that came out about just kind of who he is in the clubhouse, it's a tough time for an injury, especially one of that magnitude.
It does sting. I, for one, will not say that the Padres are done. I still believe in that magic. If they're able to at least get the 4 seed and get a home series, which I think is probably a long shot at this point because, well, let me see here.
Can I say something real quick?
Go ahead, caller.
Hey, Ryan Cohen in Molly and Padres blogger, you took the L to my Twins. Yes.
Is this what it's come down to for you?
Yeah, we're spoilers, baby. We're spoilers.
Wow. Holy smokes. Right now, the Cubs are the 4 seed. Padres the 5 seed. They're 3 games back of Chicago, and the Mets are the 6 seed. Boy, that NL wildcard round is going to be incredible. Could you imagine if the Mets have to come out to Los Angeles for round 1? Sign me up.
They did it last year, not round 1. But...
yeah, in the NLCS. God, that would be great. Let us know. How worried are you, Padres fans? Put something in the comments. Thank you. And thanks to Mountain Dew for sponsoring today's episode of Baseball Today. Bold flavors, refreshing citrus kick, It makes Mountain Dew perfect for any occasion, whether it's those beach days or a boat day or out on the golf course day or going to the ballpark day or just about anything in between. I know we're in September. I know the kids are back in school, but you know what? The weather is still delightful. So during the weekends or whenever you got time to sneak away, go pack up some Mountain Dews with you because life will be a little bit better. In fact, in a couple weeks, we have Blitzball Battle 7 coming your way at the warehouse. And what does that mean? The mayor of Mountain Dewsville, Dalton Feely, is going to be there. He's going to be handing them out. Hey, try this. Have this. It'll feel great. It'll taste even better. So the next time you're doing anything, whether it's chilling on the beach, standing over a 4-iron or a makeable putt, going to a ball game, or playing a Blitzball Battle 7 tournament, it doesn't matter. The perfect pairing is that thing with Mountain Dew. So if that's what you're looking for, go grab yourself a Mountain Dew. All right, big series kicks off tonight down in Houston. The New York Yankees paying a visit to the AL West leading Astros. I've heard that they've played some interesting postseason series in recent years. Somebody's going to have to fill me in on that one. So what it all means is that Aaron Judge is bringing liftoff to H-Town.
Judge hammers that in the air, high and deep to left center, and there is number 358. Yogi has some company as Aaron Judge has broken into the top 5 in Yankees history.
Get a chance to tie one of the greatest, if not the greatest, Yankee in homers is pretty special. You know, the way Yogi played the game, you know, what he meant to the pinstripe, you know how much it meant, you know, being a New York Yankee to him. You know, I feel the same way. You know, I'm honored to wear this jersey, so it's pretty cool to be on that list.
I was happy that he did answer the question. Meredith Marakovitz brought it up in the postgame there in the scrum. And at first he was like, well, it would have been better if it had come with a win. I get it. I know that that's his deal. I know that's his shtick whenever he loves talking about the team. But, my man, you just cracked a pretty important top 5 list. You can enjoy it a little bit.
You can, but it does feel that way, Chris. Like, you know, deep down, you're like, man, like, I want to be really happy about this, and it would be so much better if we won. So it does feel like that. I don't think he's just saying it for the cameras.
Oh, I don't think so either.
Yeah.
I'm just saying that I wish he would. I think he's one of those guys that has a hard time enjoying his own accolades. Maybe he does.
I used to go, like, if I had a good game, like, I'd go back and watch it, like, at nighttime. And then I'd feel myself, like, you know, in my room alone. That sounds strange. Sorry.
Yeah, it sure did.
Hey, yo. Sometimes that too.
Yep.
But
I bet you that doesn't get clipped off.
But Aaron Judge has so many highlights. There's no way he does that.
The bigger question is, when does Aaron Judge crack the top 5 of all-time New York Yankees? Or has he?
Okay. Let's just name them right now.
Mm-hmm.
Babe Ruth, Lou Gehrig, Mickey Mantle, Joe DiMaggio, and then you're saying, is Aaron Judge there? I don't think he's there yet. We've had this discussion before. Okay, one of the all-time great Yankees, no doubt about it, has the potential to, maybe he already is 5th. I don't know, but you know what Yankees fans say? You got to win a championship. That's just the bottom line. Do I feel that way? Hell no. Judge is incredible. Like, the stats jump off the page. It's awesome. Like, could he have already is he already past DiMaggio? Probably not. Could he end up being past DiMaggio? That's a different discussion. Because, you know, anyone that served in World War II and won all those championships and look at his stats, like I don't think it's a discussion if he surpasses DiMaggio. It's does he crack the top 5? I guess there is, like, Mount Rushmore's 4, right?
Yes, it is.
Oh gosh. It's gonna be really hard for me to give him Mount Rushmore status if he doesn't win some championships. Just because, man, 43, 44, 45, Joe DiMaggio was serving in the military and still put up all those numbers. That means something. So is he top 5 already? Probably not. Is he going to get there? Yes, I think so. I think he will win a championship, or maybe I don't know. Does he have to win a championship to get top 5, Dan? I
That
don't
is
know.
the question.
It's so confusing with the Yankees.
That is the question. What if the Yankees win it this year? Does
There's
he
no
jump
way.
into the top
Dan
5?
just said 1 ring he passes DiMaggio. I don't think that's true.
Okay. Well, so here's the deal. It's impossible for any of us that did not see these guys play to determine how wonderful they were. We have the ability to see everything in an instant on our phones.
Plus, Joe DiMaggio dated Marilyn Monroe, so that's
they were married.
Put that, like, there's some
that adds something.
To this, Dan. You don't know anything. You're young.
That adds something. There's no question. So I think first of all, you have to take Mariano out of the equation because Mariano, I think, feels like his own category. So I think we're going to talk.
Darn.
I think we're just going to talk everyday ball players. Did you hear who Aaron Judge said was the greatest Yankee at first? Did you hear who he said?
Yogi.
He said Yogi, and do you know why that is?
Because Yogi's freaking not the mascot. That's not what I mean.
He's got these.
Yeah, he's got a lot of rings.
10 rings.
But he's also was like a great ambassador for the Yankees.
He was, and he was also a 3-time MVP and all of that. But I think a lot of that had to do with the winning. To me, the question is, has he passed Jeter? Or when does he pass Jeter?
It's like, as a player, of course he's past Jeter. As a player, of course. Now,
he's a better baseball player than Derek Jeter.
Yes.
Can we agree on that?
Yes. But Yankees lore, that's not all that matters. The championships matter, and sometimes I laugh at that, but I also respect it. Look,
right.
They're a winning franchise. I get it. It's hard to win a World Series. Do you think it was hard? It's harder to win it now or easier to win it now?
No, it's way harder. Like when the Yankees were winning it back in 30s, 40s, 50s.
It was one series they had to win, but they also had to win the AL.
Yeah, but the AL was not what it is now. We just know that. And there's not, I'm not here to take shots. The league there weren't as many teams. There weren't as many good ball players during the 30s and most of the 40s. There weren't black players.
Yeah, don't make me start on that rant because I will.
Okay. So let's just focus on this. Do you think that if Yankee fans had a draft today, that they would take Derek Jeter and everything that comes along with him, or Aaron Judge to start their team?
I think Jeter still has like this stranglehold on, like, the captain. Like, he's the captain. Like, I know Judge is the captain, but
that's not what I asked you.
Would they, like, as a baseball player?
Yeah, if you were starting the Yankees today and there's nobody else on the team, you could have one pick, and it's between those two guys that you're starting the New York Yankees with. Are you taking Derek Jeter or Aaron Judge?
I'm taking Aaron Judge.
What do you think the Yankee fan base would do?
I think there's a lot of people that still really love Derek Jeter for good reason. Guy was a great captain, won a lot, and again, this is Jeter was famous before like cell phones and like everyone had the internet in their pocket and there were so many things taken away from our attention. Like, he was a big focus. We were on SportsCenter every freaking day. Like, it was a main focus. Like, Jeter and what he did was a big part of like Americana. And I don't think we're at that point for baseball right now. We're just not. So
okay,
I think that holds a lot of value to people still.
For Jeter, I do want to throw out some accolades because we think of him just primarily strictly as a winner. And I don't think we give enough.
Look at 3,000 hits.
He had more than 3,000 hits. I think he's 6th all time in hits. He's got 3,465 hits. That's 6th all time. 544 doubles, 358 steals. Is this true? He's 2nd with 1,923 runs scored. Is that possible?
He got some bangers hitting behind him, Chris. Every time he was on base, he scored.
Okay. 5-time Gold Glover. That one comes with a little bit of an asterisk, in my opinion. 5-time Silver Slugger. He registered 200-plus hits in 8 of his 20 seasons. I know people don't love the hit thing, but I still think it's pretty damn impressive you get 200 hits. And if you go talk to Major League Baseball players, they will talk more about hits than walks. They just will.
Hell yeah.
Interesting.
This discussion only happens with the Yankees, which is hilarious to me. Like, nobody's sitting around being like, where does,
I don't think that's true.
It is true, bro. Nobody talks about it and breaks down the Mount Rushmore of their team more than Yankees fans. It's not even close.
Well, no, they're number one far and away. But I think people have done it with Boston over the years, a little bit with LA. You do have to have.
I couldn't name. This is. I mean, maybe I'm a stupid person, but like the Mount Rushmore of Boston Red Sox. Can I try? This is gonna. I might embarrass myself right now.
Okay.
Ted Williams.
Yeah.
Okay, nice. He also served in the military. Also, barely played in the playoffs, so I don't feel as bad when I think about that. Who else is on that list?
Carl Yastrzemski.
Yaz is David Ortiz. Did he make it on the list? Yeah,
I think he is because I mean, when you bring 3 rings to a city and do it the way that he did, there are people that are going to say that Pedro.
I was gonna say Pedro. That was my next one.
I would doubt that Clemens because of where he went afterward. Even though you could certainly make the argument that he would belong on there.
It's not as fun. It's fun to talk about the Yankees for some reason.
Not as fun.
And I don't even like,
listen, you can't even.
I'm a Blue Jays fan now. Ask my people on X.
When you go to the Yankees for the first time, and let's say you've worn number 5 and number 8 in your career, and you get there and you're like, yeah, I'll take. Oh wait, I can't do any single digits because they're all freaking retired, and in some cases twice. It's pretty impressive. All right, I do want to hear from people like the whole Judge, Jeter. You have
Judge needs to sign up for the National Guard. Do it, Judge. Freaking do it, man.
Is he too big for the National Guard?
Dude, how sick would that be? A judge in a military uniform. Somebody AI that and like tweet at me.
All right. Meantime, New York's other team did play on Labor Day, unlike some other ones. And boy, did Juan Soto work.
1-2. Curveball in the air. Deep right field. Back toward the wall. That ball is out of here. Juan Soto with a grand slam to put the Mets in front.
When you see it day in and day out for a long period of time, like, man, like this guy can put a team and carry it, and that's what he's doing. That grand slam and then tough left on left, and he's able to hit that triple down the line. But just his ability to control the strike zone and just if it's a show, man. Like every time he's at the plate, like you want to watch that.
I love that soundbite from his skipper. I think he nailed it, didn't you?
Yeah, he crushed it right there. I want to, Dan, pull up the homer again real quick. You know how strong you have to be to hit like this, like so spread out and like get down? They show a side angle of that. It's crazy. I mean, that's why he has so much plate discipline is because, look at that. So spread out. But when you're spread out like that, the head's not moving. Like he's able to control the strike zone because of that. But to have power with that is very difficult. You have to have you just have to be incredibly strong.
So what do you think? Is he about to go on one of these runs where he could carry them through this month and into October? It feels like it.
He's been on a run.
He has
been on a run. Chris, since the beginning of June, okay, 276, but a 427 on base, 596 slug. He's walked 70 times to 75 strikeouts. He's also stolen 19 bases, only 2 caught stealing. The Mets record in that time is only 38-41. He ain't carrying nothing because they have some flaws right now. So yes, can he continue on this pace and is it going to win them some baseball games? Yes, but I think there's some deficiencies there that they need to work on. And maybe these young guys will be the answer to that. But it's tough for him to do any better than that.
You're right. Except that he has in the past. He has a 969 career OPS in the month of September, which is the second best of any month in his career to July. It's interesting because there were so many questions about him the first 2 months of the year. How's he going to live up to the contract? It doesn't look like he's having fun. Where's the Soto shuffle? Everything is forced. Listen to his post-game interviews. That has all fallen by the wayside. He's a machine. Okay, so he doesn't have Francisco Lindor's smile, and he's not going to skip out of the box, and he's not going to sit there and flex every time he hits a homer. This is how he expects to be, and he is the most dominant. He feels almost Tim Duncan-esque with the way that he does everything. He seems smooth, and I don't know. To me, it feels a little egotistical, but I think in a positive way with how good he knows that he is when I'm watching him.
I mean, yeah, it's also like he knows he has to continue to work, and that's why he's so good. Like, you put your head down, you go to work, you do your things, and just continue to do that. And over time, you're going to put the numbers up. That's what he does.
He's freaking filthy.
I mean, that's why $800 million to play baseball. He's a good player. Like, they don't just give that out.
Wait till he gets to October. 927 OPS in 43 games with 11 homers. So that means more than one every 4 games he is homering in the playoffs.
Dude, he's got 26 swipes this year.
I know. He's going to be a 30-30 dude.
I'm looking right now. I guess I'll get it up. The best year he's had in swipes is 12?
Wow. Okay.
Jeez.
Speed demon. Last thing here, and it's shitty, but I wanted to bring it up the other day. Angels in Houston. Taylor Ward is still recovering from a nasty collision he had with the left field wall. Took more than 20 stitches above his eye, chasing after that fly ball. His outfield teammate Joe Adell said afterward, there should be no out-of-town metal scoreboards anywhere on a baseball field. It's the big leagues. This shit's ridiculous. The guy goes back to make a play, and he's got to worry about a metal fence. That's crazy. Is that an overreaction to seeing a good friend run into the wall, or is there something to what Joe Adell's saying?
It's not. I don't think it's an overreaction. I don't think they should be like in play per se. Like, if that thing was raised up another 4 feet and there's padding another 4 feet above, then you have the out of town scoreboard, like, towards a little bit higher in the Crawford boxes wall right there. Like, I'm okay with it. But yeah, like, we should let these guys be able to go make plays at the wall. We want to see it. It's great. It's a great highlight. It's what makes fans react. So, like, I agree. We're never going to get rid of the brick wall and the ivy out there in Wrigley. We're just not. But I think we should, look around the league and look what happened to Aaron Judge at Dodger Stadium with the fencing. Like, there just should be. I guess I'll say this. I think we should make it easier, or what's the word I'm looking for?
What you want to make
it should be safer for guys to go make plays at the wall. Yes.
That's it. To me, it's a simple fix. And people say, well, what are you going to do at Fenway? Once again, I think that goes into the Wrigley Field category of that's how it was.
But I don't think there is like anything sharp jutting out within like jumping distance.
No, but you can get fingers caught in. You've been out there. I've been out at that wall. You can get fingers caught in there. Weird stuff could happen on that wall. Certainly more so than all these other places that have padded. Dude, I'm telling you, I grew up in the 80s. Go look at these cookie cutter stadiums in Philadelphia and Pittsburgh and Cincinnati. The walls were not padded. And you had guys like Eric Davis running face first into those things and getting splattered. Now, you also can have these brand new ballparks that have cushion and padded fences. Remember when Aaron Rowan of the Phillies ran into in center field and his face got blown up? So yes, things are going to happen even when you have protective padding. But let's just be smart about it. I don't know. In Houston, they built a frickin' mini hill that was in play back in the day.
Flagpole.
Yeah, there was a flagpole in the middle of it. People say, well, there was in the 30s at all those big ballparks. Right. We're not in the 30s anymore. We've made a little progress as a society.
Seatbelts weren't required back then either, people.
Yeah.
I hate when people say that. Well, back in my day, it's like, okay, well, we're a little bit smarter now. We should.
A little bit.
Except for Dan Rourke.
Well, now we're not here to rip on Dan. Although that can be very fun. All right. Fast version of the show today.
Well, you got a dentist appointment.
Got a smile. I know. X-rays and cleaning. It's fine. As long as they're still in there and as long as they're still mine. That's all I care about. For our one-of-a-kind producer, Dan Rohr, our awesome intern Sawyer, that is the uber-talented Trevor Plouffe. I am Chris Rose. We will see you Wednesday here on Baseball Today, presented to you by Mountain Dew.